Welcome. In this video I'm going to be upgrading the internal hard drive of this PlayStation 4 to a Crucial MX500 1TB solid state drive. So if you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description on Amazon, and if you use that link, it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. So this PlayStation is model CUH-1001A. This procedure should work similar for other PlayStations of this series. So before I get started, I'm going to want to back this up. So I'll get this connected up, booted up, and we'll walk through that procedure. Before we get in the computer, I want to mention that I'm going to be backing up to this Samsung Bar 128GB flash drive. But there are many options for flash drives. I just wanted to mention what I'm using. Okay, so I'm connected up to my PlayStation. So I'm logged into the PlayStation network. Now when we do this backup, we could restore this on a different PlayStation if we're plugged into the PlayStation network. Otherwise, we can only restore this backup on this machine itself. But before we get into backing up the full system, we need to sync the trophies with the PlayStation network. So I'll press up, and then I'll press over here to trophies, and I'll hit enter. Next, I'll hit options, and choose sync with PlayStation network. I'll hit X. So that's finished. The regular backup will not back up trophies, so you need to do that first. Next, I'm going to insert the USB drive into the PS4. So now that we have the trophies synced up, we'll go to settings, we'll go down to system, near the bottom, and then we'll go down to backup and restore. I'll say backup PS4. So here it's talking about what's getting backed up. Now your flash drive needs to be formatted as FAT32 or exFAT, and they recommend at least double the storage of the PS4 backup file. So I'm using a 128GB flash drive. It's not quite double, but it says it's going to have 30GB free, so I think this will work. So you can also turn off save data captures or themes. I want to back up everything except for trophies, which we synced already. So I'll hit next. It says it will restart, and the items you selected will be backed up to the USB storage device. So I'll hit back up. And now it's going to restart and back up. Okay, the backup is complete. Now it says it will restart. So I'll hit enter. Now it's restarting. Okay, I've restarted, but now I want to shut it down completely. So I'll hold down the PS button, I'll go to power, and I'll say turn off PS4. So for the next step, we're going to physically change out the drive. So I want to unplug everything from it. So now nothing is connected, and I want to remove this. So I'm going to place my palms on it and I'll press it away, like so, and that will come off. The hard drive is right here. It has a Phillips screw. So I'm going to use a #1 Phillips screwdriver, and I'll remove that screw. You'll know it's the right screw because it has the PlayStation logo on it. Now this should pull out, like so. And here we have the original hard drive. It's a 500GB, 5400 RPM hard drive. Now on the sides there, we have more Phillips screws, so I'll remove those. Okay, I'll get the new drive ready. So I want to keep this in the same orientation. I'll pull the old drive out and put the new drive in. Now this old drive you may want to hang on to because it could act as sort of a backup. Although it might get to a point where this is updated to where this is no longer compatible. So now I'm going to replace these corner screws. I'm going to get them all started and then I'll tighten them all down. Next I'll slide the caddy back in and I'll replace the screw. So now the cover will go back on. I'll hook it on the back side and I'll hook it on the front. So I'll place it like so. Make sure it's pressed down the front. Press it into the side, and now that's done. So now I'll plug all the cables back in. Now before we start this up, we need to install a system on it. So I have yet another USB flash drive. This is a 32GB Samsung Bar drive. We'll head over to the computer, we'll get the system on this and get it installed on the PlayStation. Okay, so now I'm on my computer. I'm on a Mac, but you could do this on a PC also. I'm going to insert the flash drive, and you want to format it. I'm going to be using SD card formatter. I'm going to format the drive. You want to make sure this drive doesn't have anything on it that you need, obviously. And that's finished formatting. So I'll leave that mounted. Next, you want to go to Sony's website and download the console software. So you can do a search for that. Now I'm on the page and I want to actually go down here to where it says PS4 console reinstallation file. So it also has instructions here. So we want to create a folder named PS4. Inside that folder, we want to create a folder named Update. So I've already downloaded this software. So let's go through these instructions. So I'll open up my flash drive. I want to create a folder called PS4. Inside that folder, we want to create another folder called Update. And I'll go to my downloads, and the file it downloaded was called ps4update.pup. I'll copy that over. It's about 1 gigabyte, 1.08 gigabytes. So after this is done, we're going to plug it into the PlayStation 4, and we're going to start it up in safe mode. So we're going to press and hold the power button and release it after the second beep. And then we're going to select Initialize PS4. So let's head over to the PlayStation and do that. Okay, we're back at the PlayStation. I'm going to plug this in. I'm going to hold down the power until the second beep. Okay, I'll let go. Now it says connect the DualShock 4 using USB cable, then press the PS button. So I'll do that. I'll choose the bottom option, Initialize PS4, reinstall system software. It says to connect the USB storage. I'll do that. And I'll hit OK. And now it says please wait. It says the PS4 will be initialized. All users and data will be deleted. Do you want to continue? I'll say yes. And now it's initializing. Now it's installing the update file. Okay, it's booted up. So I'll press the PS button, choose my language. We're setting up the system. I'll skip the camera. Time zone is correct. Date and time is correct. With power settings, I'll just hit next through most of this stuff. Here we go. So I'll enter here. Now I still have the other USB drive in, the one with the system restore. I'm going to pull that out. And now I'm going to place in the other USB drive. So I'm going to go up to settings. I'll go down to system. I'll go to backup and restore. And I'll say restore PlayStation 4 using backup data on a USB storage device. So I'll hit enter. Here we see the backup we want to restore. And I'll hit restore. So here we have a little warning. I'll say yes, I want to do this. And now it's going to restart and restore. Okay, it's finished. I'll press the PS button. Log into my account. And it looks like we're right where we left off. I would say probably the biggest difference is I'll need to log into the PlayStation Network. So that was upgrading the hard drive on the PlayStation 4. So we gained two things here. We went from a 500 gigabyte drive to a 1 terabyte drive, and then we went from a traditional spinning hard drive to a solid state hard drive. So this could potentially give us faster load times and such. Now it really shouldn't make a big difference when you're doing gameplay unless it's doing some kind of load sequence. Now I can remove the flash drive now and it's ready to go. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.